morning, everyone. So we are doing first cleaning of the season. Actually happens to be a pond cleaning. Weather finally got warm enough the past couple days. This pond has way too many fish. It is not large enough, and it doesn't have a big enough filtration system. So we're going to do our best to clean it out and then try and work with them to get a bunch of these fish out and bring them to a new home so they can enjoy themselves. So let's see what it looks like. All right, all the pads are pulled out. They're actually sitting out here drying a little bit. We rinsed them. They actually have fine filter pads that we put in because they had so much debris and buildup. So I'm going to take some of the pads that go back into the skimmer, because the skimmer is now cleaned out. So I'll show you there. Skimmer is clean, the pump is clean. We actually cleaned and sucked out everything out of the skimmer right there. And so now Ken is going to put the pads back in it, and that will be set and ready for us to finish the next part. All right, we're getting closer to draining this down. We've got probably the last 1.5 feet to go. That area over there is the deep section. This is the shallower. We will then pull out our aerators, put them in our 2 holding tanks to hold all the fish here. Then we're going to work on power washing this down. Same point, we're going to prune back a whole bunch of this stuff here that keeps falling in this and creating such an issue for them. Okay, so in here we have our pump, and they have a different pump than we use, but we're using that. We have a dense filter pad in the, actually a coarse filter pad underneath it, and then we have a fine filter pad on top to pick up, because they do get, if you look at, there's a lot of excess waste from so many fish in here that's going to be thinned out. But they also have all these pines that are dumping excessive needles, creating a lot of waste. So we're going to work on trying to minimize this for them this year. Okay, we're only partially through, and I'll give you a picture of what we got in here. Now this is a 750-gallon tank, so it's big. You know, it's like 8 by 8. And if you take a look in here, you see got some of these guys. They're really pretty, but I mean, these are 2 feet plus. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 in there. And I got this 500-gallon tank, which is still a big tank. And I've got 2 in there so far, and we've got, I think, about a dozen more that we're still pulling out. So Ken's now getting to the end. He's scooping out some of the debris because so much of it. And we're actually looking for one of the aerator stones we lost in there. And let's see what we can find. I bet she's gonna find at least 1 lacrosse ball. Probably 2. It's just about drained. We're down at the bottom, starting to rinse it. We actually used some EcoBlast on this, because when I did this last year, it's almost a matte thick as carpet, from them never doing any pond cleaning on it. But the person who originally had it was out here probably on a daily basis doing basic maintenance on it. New homeowner doesn't want to have to be out here daily, so we're trying to get it some extra cleaning on it so that it doesn't have that. Let's see what it goes. All right, so John is working on pruning back. This is a deodar cedar that's above us here, and it's dropping a lot of pine needles in it. So he's working on pruning it so we don't have it fall into the pond, because actually over there is a big branch that got dragged out of it, and a whole garbage pail of needles and stuff. So trying to prune this back to kind of lessen the amount that's going in it. So filling it back up, it is much clearer, cleaner, been washed, power washed, clean, scrubbed, and right at the moment they're all sitting in here waiting to go back into their home. And these are all the ones in the first holding tank here, and then the second ones are still hanging out over here that they'll go back after we get that finished. So keep watching and we'll see how this goes. Alright, boy oh boy, look at this thing. Look how happy these guys are. Look at all these fish in here. Waterfall is running. It is crystal clear. We got this thing set up better for them. It is looking good. We've got the bubblers and everything running in here to keep them happy. Got a lot of oxygen flow going. It is looking wonderful. Finally up and running the way it should.